Hi, I'm Reggie and welcome to Read Tech. Today we are going to do our third unboxing, and what I have here, and it's a big one and it's as well, but this is a pre-built gaming computer. It is the ASUS ROG, I think that's Republic of Gamer, gaming desktop, and it has an Intel Core i7 11700KF. I think that's one of the i7s that you can overclock. I'm not sure what the overclocking abilities are of the motherboard that this thing is sitting on. But it comes with 16 gigs of RAM, a 2 terabyte spinning hard drive, and a small half a terabyte NVMe SSD, which is good enough to start. But the big thing for this box is it actually comes with an Nvidia RTX 3080, one of the most elusive GPUs out on the market. If you can actually get one close to MSRP, it has an incredible performance to price ratio. This particular machine was $2,000, which is about what an RTX 3080 is going for by itself. So I'm going to check it out, and let's open this thing up and see what it looks like. This is actually the first time that I've ever purchased a pre-built gaming machine. I've got machines that are game capable, and what I usually do is I will either build the machine myself, from scratch, just from parts. So get my own case, motherboard, RAM. Maybe I'll recycle some drives that I have, pick the CPU, the cooler, the whole 9 yards, and then I'll add a GPU. Or what I did with my last machine was I basically got a Dell refurbished machine, and I just added a GPU to it. And that actually works out pretty well, especially since I'm not putting a lot of extra stuff in my machines. It's generally upgrading the RAM, upgrading the GPU, and just making sure that I have enough storage. And that usually works out pretty well, and the pre-built, especially refurbished machines, come out decent. So this is the first time that I'm getting a machine that, as it stands out of the box, it should be pretty good. So, all right, so on top we've got this little box, and what do we have here? Got a warranty card, power cable, Wi-Fi 6 antenna, which is interesting. I do have a Wi-Fi 6 mesh wireless setup, so I'll probably give that a shot. And very cool, it actually comes with a couple of extra SATA cables, power cables for extra SATA drives, power cables for GPU, which is very interesting because it's got a ridiculous GPU in it from the start. So I'm not really sure why you need additional power cables. And then you've got another power cable that is for regular Molex connectors, which is that the fat 4-pin connection. Looks like a cheap mouse. Probably won't be using that. Oh, that's interesting. It's got a USB-C extension cable. And I do believe that there's a USB-C port on top of the box itself. Looks like some screws and some other mounts, possibly for drives. And another screw, a very small screw with a little plastic housing. I have no idea what that's for. I'll have to actually look and see what that is actually for. It's pretty funny. It's PC installation guide, some step-by-step for people that are not familiar with setting up PCs. Definitely don't need that. Let's see, a guide for basically how to contact the support if you have any issues. Looks like they don't want you to go to the retailer directly, but they say they have US-based tech support that's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let's see, a couple of other things here. Congratulations on your ASUS purchase. Looks like warranty terms and conditions. And interesting. So this is it says speed setup, a little booklet. I think this is probably for the GPU. Yeah, it looks like it. Tough gaming graphics card, and it's got this little card. I have no idea what this is for. Looks cool though. Never seen one of these before. A certificate of reliability. So it goes through the capacitor, thermal shock test, moisture resistance test, salt spray test. Wow, solderability, solder bath, vibration, mechanical shock, something for the choke and for the MOSFETs as well. It's pretty interesting. I've never seen that type of documentation before. And it's got another card. Thank you for purchasing the actual GPU that's in this. And it also, on that card, it also has a URL for downloading drivers. And it looks like a really basic graphics card installation guide in here in many languages, more languages than I've ever seen. And that's it for the box. So let's put this stuff back in. And actually get the machine out. Like it is nicely packaged. The foam itself does not look damaged. And comes with a keyboard. There is a small little divot in that box, but judging by the weight of this keyboard, I probably won't be using this either. I actually have a preference for a fairly inexpensive 10-key padless MX Brown keyboard that I purchased from Amazon. It sounds and feels fantastic. They're super inexpensive, like $30-something. And I have two of them so far. One that I actually use at work. I've got another one for my work setup at home. So I've got 2 of those keyboards, and they're pretty good. Again, especially for the price. This generic keyboard. Put that away. And this actually has a handle. It is pretty beefy. All right, so this is embarrassing. If I can get this out without dropping it on camera, that would be great. That out of the way. And it is beefy. Looks like we've got a piece of tape on the bottom here. Okay. All right. It actually looks pretty attractive. As attractive as a computer can be. So, there it is. It's got pretty cool vents. A little bit of venting on the side, and this is the motherboard down side of the machine. In the back, oh wow, that motherboard is tight. Just a standard array of ports. A couple of Type C. We've got the analog audio, Ethernet. Because it is a, it looks like the CPU probably does have Intel graphics on it. It's got a DisplayPort and HDMI, as well as the connectors for the Wi-Fi 6 adapter that's built in. And there's the business side. So pretty much the only thing that's really of interest in there is the gigantic RTX 3080. And I am seriously looking forward to it. But, oh, yeah, and up top, again, fairly standard. You got a Type A USB port, a Type C, as well as analog microphone and headphone, which is completely separate. But yeah, that's it. So that's the RTX. One of the things that I've read about this particular machine is the thermals are not very good on it. And there are a couple of Reddit posts that actually have some fairly detailed upgrades that you can do using the standard stock case. It's basically adding fans and changing the CPU cooler. I've already purchased another CPU cooler, but I'm going to go ahead and do a burn-in, make sure the system works before I change out any of the parts. But I will put some links to those Reddit posts. And as I do upgrades on this machine, I will probably create videos. So if you guys have, decide to pick up one of these, especially it looks like this is the easiest way to get an RTX 3080 and want to follow along with some of my mods, then make sure that you subscribe. If you like this video, definitely drop it a like. And if you have any comments, I will try to respond as quickly as possible. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.